Inhale, bring your knees in together. And exhale, come up so that you can pop your bolster off to the side and then come back onto your back again. Laying flat with your arms by your side, inhale. And as you exhale, bring one knee towards your chest, using your hands to squeeze it in a little. And then inhale, release that leg back down, using some core strength to return it to the floor. Exhale the other leg, squeeze it in. Inhale, return the leg, using your core strength to support the back as your leg lands on the floor. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, leg down. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, leg down. If you need to make this a little milder, instead of your leg going straight to the floor, you can just put your foot flat on the floor. So you could end up doing it with a bent leg as it returns to the floor. Slow your breath down and let your movement and your breath work together. We'll do a few more rounds. Doesn't matter whether you hold the back of the thigh or your shin or your knee. Now we're going to bring the right leg in, and if you've got a strap or anything you can put round your foot, grab that. If you can hold your foot, you hold your foot. Or if you don't have anything and you'd have to go upstairs or something to get something, then instead just hold onto the back of your leg and draw the leg towards you. I'm just going to take a leg warmer off, pop that around my foot until I can hold the foot on its own. Doesn't have to be a yoga strap, anything that can wrap around your foot will do. Let the other leg be relaxed on the ground. The back of your pelvis relaxed and the back of your right hip heavy on the ground so the leg can sink into the hip. Soften your abdomen. Even let your arms drop into the shoulders, so though you're holding with your hands, your arms are relaxed and heavy. Constantly letting your leg, the back of your leg, feel like it's being led to the edge where it feels resistance. On your exhales, relax everything around the right hip joint. Not just the hip joint itself, but the layers upon layers that surround it. Okay, and then release the right leg down. Take a pause for a moment, just as you relax your right leg to the ground, relax your arms to the ground, and notice the different sensation in your right leg to your left leg. you'll feel definitely there's a difference. How you describe the difference in your mind might be different, but there's a difference. Just notice what that is. It might be that one leg feels warmer or colder, one more vibrant, one more dull, one longer, one shorter, whatever it is. Just notice. And then when you're ready, bring the left leg in. Lengthen the leg up with something around the foot if you've got something. Otherwise, you just hold on to the back of the leg or your foot if you're lucky enough to be able to reach it and not need to have a prop. And it saves you having to grab something. Just a bit like when we're cold, we have an extra layer of resistance. You might notice that you tend to feel tighter in your whole body, like you've shrunk in slightly when you're colder. And it's the same when you first enter your yin pose. It's that same layer of resistance that's around it to begin with. So just watch that outer layer of resistance warming up, loosening off. Again, as you relax deep into your hip and the back of the thigh, the front of the thigh, your buttock muscles, your inner thigh, and your belly, and your back, and all this surrounding area is continually releasing. It might only happen every minute or so, where you notice the leg can come back a bit further. Relax into it. Again, tension might have formed. Relax the tension away. Last few breaths. And then bend this leg and bring the knee back into your chest. Both knees into your chest. Little squeeze. And then release both legs down to the floor. Take a moment just to relax both legs. Notice they might feel a bit more even now. You can turn to your side or roll up to sitting. So your legs are in front of you when you come up. We're going to flow forwards and up. So sitting tall in your spine, sit on something to elevate your bottom if you need to. With an inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forwards at your hips and just let your arms flow forwards, touching your legs on the floor and slide them back in. Inhale as your arms lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips and reach forwards, maybe a little further. Keep going like that, getting long in your spine as you lift and with a long spine flowing forwards. So anyone who has discomfort in the lower back and you can't hinge forwards without support, you inhale, lift, and exhale, hands down and walk your hands forwards on the floor to support you. Inhale, lifting up. It's up to you whether you lift your arms or not. And exhale, walk forwards. So you can use your hands on the floor for some support, or you can do it unsupported. Reaching that bit further each time, taking the spine nice and long over the legs. Get into a flowing movement with your breath. A few more rounds. Try and get more space in the lower back. As you reach up, wriggle your lower back longer, long in your waist. One more. And the next time you go forwards, stay forwards. Hold that a few minutes. Feel miniature flows through your spine, just like it was when you were lifting and lowering your arms. That gentle flow continues to elongate your spine as you inhale, and to draw you over your legs as you exhale, even though there might be visually no movement on the outside or very little. You continue to lengthen and drop in. And inhale as you make your way up. Pause. Okay, and then for the next two, you either do it on your back or a stronger version is sitting. For those people who are going onto the back, it's if you don't like rolling on your spine, or if rolling on your spine is a struggle. So if that happens easier, I'll show you what we're doing in a minute. For those people not rolling, then you lie on your back, arms out, and you're just going to take your knees from side to side and sway your knees side to side. And then when we come to the leg stretch, you can go to figure 4 stretch like this, or you could come up to sitting, where we're going into square stretch with the legs crossed, bending forwards. Okay, so on your back, swaying the knees from side to side. If you're doing it sitting, then you're going to hold onto the back of your legs, roll back, cross your right ankle in front as you roll up, bend forwards. Roll back, cross your left ankle in front, bend forwards, and keep going. I did say hold onto the legs, but actually your hands are just on the floor. So when you roll, your legs are free to roll and change the cross. Just rolling back and forwards. Or swaying your legs side to side if you're doing this on your back. Bowing your chest up and beyond your shins, so there's length in your spine. Next time your right leg is crossed, stay with the right leg crossed and make any little adjustments in your crossed legs so that the feet are flexed, your shin bones are crossed in the middle. If you're on your back, you're on figure 4. And then bowing forwards, maybe using a block in front, or maybe walking your hands out, dropping to your elbows perhaps. Relax your shoulders. Let your breath settle after that little invigorating move. And then we're coming up just across the other way. So if you're on your back, uncrossing and left leg in front this time, or left leg crossed. Feel your way into it. Make your way up. Release the legs. And then finally coming round onto hands and knees. Taking a few rounds of cat-cow, inhaling your head and bottom point up a little, and then exhaling as they tuck under. You don't have to make these massive movements, just a gentle wake up through the spine. And keep with those, or you can come down and move up and down through cobra. So starting with your hands by the sides of the chest and inhaling when you lift up, legs stay on the floor, and exhaling as you lower down. If that's too strong in your back, stick with cat-cows. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, lower down. And when you lift, think of lengthening through your spine, like you're reaching through the crown of your head as you come up. Three more. Getting long in the spine, long in your front body. Push back to a child's pose from whichever you were doing. Have your arms walking forwards, forehead to the floor or a block. And we're actually going to take side child's pose to get into our side body. So angling toward the right. Reaching your left arm diagonally across the mat. Breathe into your left side. Long sweeping breaths through the left lung, left side body. And to the other side. Sit nice and heavily back in the right hip as you reach across with the right arm, angled slightly leftwards. And then come back into center. Take your bolster in place for lying on your back. And let's finish with a few minutes just lying with the knees supported. Maybe a hug of your knees into your chest just to give one last reset into the lower back. Relax. Wriggle your fingers and your toes. Push the bolster away. Working your way around to your side and up. As you inhale, stretch your arms up high. And exhale, arms wide, touch the ground and lift up through the top of your head, nice and tall in your spine. Again, hands into prayer and stretch your arms all the way up, lengthen up through the sides. And exhale, touch the ground so you're reaching up through the crown of your head. One more, inhale, palms together, lift up. As you touch the ground down with your long arms, drop your head toward the right. Reaching into the left fingertips. And up and over the other way. Reaching into the opposite fingertips. And then back to center. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me for yoga in your outdoor clothes this evening. Might take it off for Pilates. I'll